Hi, this is Chatterbox show, Linux Cool Dude, and I'm gonna give you a screencast of some of the software you'll see with the TonidoPlug. Now this one, this is a login box. You have to the first time you do this, you have to do this within the network, not outside. And just open it up any web browser. Then you got to type in www.tonidoplug.com/IP. I normally show you that, but it shows all my IP addresses, which is not good to show. And you'll come to a login box right here. And as you can see, my TonidoPlug is named, I guess, Chatterbox Lives right here. And then here you can see some of the other things in here. You can go ahead and put in your password. I think there is a default password, which is in the instructions. Oops. But of course you should change it once you make an account on here. Okay, you're going to see something like this right here. And this is just the, the main thing right here, giving you the basic rundown of easy way to access your files. I'll go over here. Now, this is very similar to the TonidoPlug software. Okay, this is only this one right here is only accessed through a web browser. The software gives you a very similar interface as well, with the exception of maybe TonidoPlug admin. Now, let me see. Now this right here says my computer. This is the actual computer inside the TonidoPlug. Okay, if you use the TonidoPlug software, that will just access the files on that computer. And when you click on it, actually you see some right here. Now I happen to have a USB drive on here. And of course you say USB drive, and then the one with the / as is the TonidoPlug itself. And like I said before, it does have Ubuntu Server 9.04 on here. That's why you would see all these files right here. And sometimes that's useful if you have a problem of accessing it. You can actually go in these individual files and check out what's wrong. Here's a USB part of the plug right here. And I think when you first put your USB thing in here, I happen to have this Chatterbox already on there because I was going to use it as a little demonstration website, and it automatically puts in these folders, which are part of the software right here. Let's go over some of the settings first, which is well, I'll go over the help a little bit later. Okay, you click on that, and that will show you some basic information. Okay, updates is very good with the software, and you can just click on here, checking for updates, and it will check the TonidoPlug software within the TonidoPlug and the apps. So we'll click on that, and we'll actually test that out. I actually updated it not a while longer. Okay, there appears not to be any updates, so usually it will tell you. Okay, we have an account section due to security. I'm not going to show you that, of course. Network is important. Now from here, this is if you want to access it outside, or basically outside the network through the internet. Now you can do it using Run Web Access Setup Wizard, which is the easiest way, or supposed to be a simplified way of doing it. Now when I used this, I couldn't get it to work, so I had to do it manually, and I'd never actually used port forwarding on a router before, but it was pretty straightforward and it worked the first time. And it gives you, I think, an option of, well, here you have to enable it. Oh yeah, by default I don't think it's enabled, so you have to go in here and actually enable it. And it gives you a choice. You can go through the TonidoPlug relay service, which that means is it's an easy way to setting it up, and or if the other way doesn't work well, or you have a real good firewall or what have you, it has a way you can get around it. But I didn't want that. I wanted to go directly through the plug right here and click on, well, you know, to do it straight from the TonidoPlug on your network, you do it here. It's supposed to configure it for you automatically. Now, like I said, I had to do it manually. For some reason, it didn't work or something like that. And of course, you got to check mark this. And here's for the relay server, but like I said, you can do it, have it set up automatically. Let me see, I'll go through this real quick. Okay, that was the settings. And we're going to go ahead and go into the actual TonidoPlug admin. And this even goes even further into the TonidoPlug. It also allows you to set up your USB device. And of course, you're going to have to make another password for this as well, or you can use the same password. Okay, this gives you some of the summary, I guess. Probably not going to show you the network, but I am going to show you the disks. And for some reason, I always get this error, but it doesn't really hurt anything, the share information. Now, this is where you access the plug itself. Let's look up here first where it says internal flash. Okay, this does have 512 megabytes of internal flash. That is only for the operating system. It wasn't really used to, you know, put stuff on yourself, really. Now here, I did use a 4 gigabyte flash disk. And now, each time you plug this in, or initially, it won't be mounted. So you actually have to put a mount point. Now, this is one of the reasons I think this wasn't really designed for beginners, because you have to know a little bit about mount points, Linux type systems, Unix. I happen to put mine in media, and when I clicked mount, this actually said mount right here, and then it mounts it to the operating system in the TonidoPlug. Now, each time I unplugged it and plugged it back in for whatever reason, it didn't auto mount. For some reason this time it did. I'm not sure why, but or if you decide you want to put it in a different drive, then you would unmount it first, which is a good idea in any Linux system. And monitor is a way to monitor your load and disk usage on the. I got Flashbox on here right now, and this just tells you perhaps you're running a website or other stuff in here. This will just tell you the load of the CPU, of course. And it takes a little while. You should see a little blue line as far as the time increment. And of course, right here, the amount of space you have left on your USB device disk. And we're showing a little bit of time interval. It's just about 1%. Here you can access the logs, pretty much kind of like a system log you see in Linux. It'll tell you, which is good for troubleshooting other things. You can look through the logs, and it also tells you other people accessing it, whether guests or whatever. And media right here is, suppose they got a service where you can stream this to an Xbox 360, so that's nice as well. I guess you can put your media files and click on add, and you can stream it that way. Okay, that was the TonidoPlug admin side right there. Now keep in mind, like I said, this is only on, you don't get this with the software. You won't see the TonidoPlug admin. I made that mistake myself. I guess it's got some kind of my favorite folder over here, which is I never really used or understood, but okay, a guest. You can also have a guest like family members log in right here. And then we come to the actual applications. Now, due to the lack of time, I only had the time enough to share to use two applications, which was the WebShare Pro or WebShare on the software. And I think there was another one. Where's that? Oh, jukebox right here. I'll probably click on all of them real quick. Backup, supposedly you can even use on other computers to back it up right here. Okay, jukebox. This is the software I actually use myself. And now when I tried to use this, for some reason it wouldn't work. I'm thinking because I'm not saying if it, you know, it could be user error, because I've done a lot of user errors using the software. But I am using a different version of Flash. It's not the standard updated Flash, but rather the beta version. So maybe that's the problems I had with this. And you can add your software here, and you could probably either play it from here or through the internet as well. Okay, they got to have a money app. So if you want to do check your finances and access them over the internet. Okay, OpenID is kind of like where you can put in, if you do a lot of buying over the internet and you want to fill in things without being hacked or something like that, you can do it this way. And it supposedly makes it more secure. And photo section, you can share photos through the internet, friends and family, which is nice. Okay, search for all your files through the TonidoPlug. You can do this right here. Thoughts. Oh shoot, I forgot what that was. I think this is kind of like if you make like a blog. I think that's what Thoughts is. Okay, you can use this as a torrent server, file server. I don't have anything on here. Okay, WebShare Pro is probably one of the most common applications you're probably going to use. And right now I'm using this to display a web page, like a makeshift static web page server. And you guys will see that in a minute. I'll give you the address to access that yourself so you can see how it works. And you know, you can click on share files and you can search for it and then add this more stuff to it. Okay, Workspace is sort of like a I don't know if you've seen probably some of these on you know, like email programs. You know, they got calendars and things like that. And you can make scheduling contacts and have other people be able to use it. Okay, get more apps. Mainly this is for, well, they have a few paid apps if you want to get this as well. Most of the apps they have are for free, with a few exceptions, and I can't remember if, okay, you got to set up an account here. I think they got like 3 paid ones. And that's pretty much on the, let me see if I missed anything first. Oh, okay, yeah, I did mess up one thing. Now, if you look down here, it's got a built-in help, which is really nice. If you have problems using your TonidoPlug, you can get documentation. They have a real good website or internet forum. You can put in, you know, if you need help, or a lot of people have tutorials to use TonidoPlug for different things. And I'm not sure how to get back. Oops. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little, oh, look up here. And right here, this is the how you access it remotely through the web browser. And this will take, actually it just takes you right to the login screen, which I showed you the very first of the video. Now keep in, see this part where it says semicolon 1000 and then a 1. That 1000 and a 1, that's just saying port forwarding through the router. Because if you don't do this, most routers have built-in firewalls and you won't be able to access it, so you're going to make sure you enable that. And that's it. Peace out. Huh? The heck?